Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's session of Mindvalley Unplugged. I'm seeing a lot of people coming in during the call right now for the webinars. So my name is Annie. I am the head of community at Mindvalley. I'm going to be your host for today. And I'm curious to see in the chat. I know you guys always message about where you're from and where you're joining, but let me know also, how long have you been a Mindvalley member? So we know whether it's more of you newbies or people that have been on a journey with us for many years. So I'm seeing India for 1 year, 3 months, 13 days. Amazing. Amsterdam. Okay, the chat is going crazy already. And I'm loving to see some of you are here for over 5 years. So thank you so much for every member that has been in Mindvalley for so long and has been in the journey with us since the very beginning. Thank you for trusting us and choosing us and continue to choose us. And for everyone who is new, of course, thank you for the trust. And we're very excited for all of you because today I'm having Vishen live here with me, who is going to share all of the innovations that we have worked on in these past months and what you can expect to learn in Mindvalley from our fresh programs that we're going to release. So Vishen, I would love to have you live with me to start sharing about all the innovations that our members can expect to see.
Hi, everyone. Firstly, welcome to our Mindvalley Unplugged call. So we thought we'd do this call to just update and share with you guys a lot of the cool new things which are coming to Mindvalley. For those people who can't make it, this call is also recorded and you'll be able to watch it on your Mindvalley access. So firstly, the last 3 months has been really exciting. And there's a ton of new innovations in terms of our app and technology, tons of new meetups happening all around the world. This is certainly one of the most exciting things you're going to experience in the Mindvalley ecosystem, and then really incredible new programs. So what we're going to do in this call is, for the 400 of you who are here and the several hundred more who will be joining shortly, I'm going to give you a tour of some of the hot new programs that have just emerged in Mindvalley. But before I do that, I am just checking out the chat to see where all of you amazing people are from. Hello, Zappi from Greece, Jan from Iowa City, Lara from So Friggin' Cool, wherever that is, Caroline from France, Lisa from Chicago. It's nice to see all of you guys. It is there's a huge diversity of people here from all around the world. All right, so now let's get on with our updates for today. I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to take you on this beautiful journey of what you can now expect on your Mindvalley platform. And as I'm taking you through this, you can actually be logged into the platform as well and follow along. So first up, there's a lot of new quests that we have recently released onto Mindvalley. And I want to draw your attention to some of these beautiful new opportunities that you will now have to upgrade your life. The first new quest is from Jeffrey Perlman. Now, let me ask you this. How many of you here put in a yes if you are a CEO or you're a founder or you're a startup entrepreneur or you work in marketing or you work in any type of job where there's a product that you have and your job is to get the product out to a wider audience? That product could be a book, it could be a technology, but go ahead and in the chat, type out a yes so we can get an idea of how common this is. So you'll notice almost all of you are saying yes, right? Now, what if we could give you a way that instantly makes your product more attractive to the masses, that lowers your advertising costs, that increases your profitability? Would you like that? And I bet most of you are also going to agree that that'll be pretty cool. Well, it turns out that there's one thing, the one secret of really great products that have helped create the most valuable company in the world, for example, Apple, products that turn the secret of products like Nike that have become a household brand is branding. Branding is that key. And so Mindvalley itself, one of the reasons I believe we got to where we are is because of our focus on brand. And we thought, how cool would it be if we could take our brand expertise and teach it to you too? Because so many people in Mindvalley are doing really great things in the world. We want to help you give your products that uplift. So we brought on this incredible man, Jeffrey Perlman. Jeffrey was the former CMO at Zumba. Anyone here heard of Zumba? Zumba was that Latin dance movement that became the #1 exercise and health company in America. And today it's a household name in America. Zumba is everywhere. And I see people typing out here how much they love Zumba. Well, the thing is, Zumba is Zumba because of this man, Jeffrey Perlman. He helped turn the brand into a household name. Since 2017, Jeffrey has also been working as the brand director for Mindvalley. So he's been helping us articulate our brand. And you can now take Jeffrey's brand building program, Building an Unstoppable Brand, on Mindvalley. This is one of our highest production programs. And what you're going to learn here is how to create a brand that absolutely takes off. Now, this could be your personal brand. This could be your product. This could be your book. This could be your meditation studio. This could be the software that you're producing. But it's an incredible program, and you're going to learn how to make your product have a place in people's hearts. So we got a little video recording of Jeffrey. Jeffrey is based in London, so that you guys have a personal message from him on what you can expect from this program.
What is Zumba?
We were selling 6 or 7 videos a week, and we were the joke of the fitness industry. But at some point, we stumbled onto something.
I do Zumba.
Do you do Zumba?
Yeah.
I did a Zumba class over vacation.
It's a hot brand. You know, it's hotter than MTV.
And that moment catapulted us from the joke of the fitness industry to the largest branded fitness program in the world. With 15 million people taking Zumba classes in 186 countries, we became Inc. Magazine's Company of the Year. What had happened is that we got our brand right. The brand struck a chord. It spread like wildfire. And I've seen that happen over and over and over again. Mindvalley went from a small internet marketing company to the fastest growing personal development platform in the world, poised to redefine the entire education system. I've had the pleasure of co-creating some of the world's most transformative brands. A lot of people talk about the aspirational brand. There's no such thing, because nobody aspires to be logos and fonts and color palettes. They aspire to be other people. The brands that I love to build are the brands that create new human beings. They're the brands that inspire new people to exist. They're the brands that change the course of history. So whether you're building a personal brand or a consumer brand, this course is going to teach you how to build an inevitable brand whose time has come. I'm very excited about sharing with the Mindvalley community the methodology by which you create a world-changing brand, a game-changing brand. I believe that brands are some of the most powerful social forces on earth. And I want to empower the best community that I know to build the best brands on earth, to be able to move humanity forward. Now, how does a brand move humanity forward? Well, the best brands in the world, they create role models. They inspire people to become other people. Instagram created the role model of the influencer. Millions of people became influencers because Instagram allowed for that. Airbnb created the role model of the digital nomad, the person that feels like they're a global citizen, like they can belong anywhere. Belong anywhere is their slogan, Airbnb's slogan. So the best brands in the world, the most game-changing brands in the world, they create role models that other people aspire to be, and that's how they move humanity forward. So if religion used to tell you who you ought to be, great brands show you who you could be. And the power of that is incredible. So I'd love to see great brands that move humanity forward. And that's why I'm sharing this. Now, it doesn't escape me that branding, the craft of branding, is what has gotten us into this mess that we're in the first place. They created the age of consumerism that has left us lonely, sick, and at the brink of extinction, to sell us crap that we don't need. Most mediocre brands, that's what they do. But the best brands, the stellar brands, the brands that sell an identity, inspire people to become better. And that is what I teach in this course.
I hope you guys enjoy the course. Now, of course, Jeffrey's recording this in a webcam. If you actually go into the course, it is incredible high quality production. You'll get to see that in the program. This is what you're going to get from the program itself, how it's going to transform you.
The transformational outcome that you will get from this quest is that you will be able to create a brand like a true artist does, like one of the best brand builders in the world does, like Walt Disney or Steve Jobs. You see, the best brands in the world, they move people, not just product. These are the brands that people tattoo on their body, right? And that's what great art does. It moves people. It changes people. So the best brand builders are artists. And if you look at any artistic masterpiece on earth, whether it's a brand or a book or a painting, they don't really have much in common. But when you look at the process of creation, then you start to notice that they all have one thing in common. And that's that the thing comes alive and tells the artist what it wants to be. And the artist devotes themselves to that. They follow that, right? The writer's writing and the characters come alive and tell him or her the way the story's going to go, right? And the great writers are the ones that can follow their characters and just let themselves be led by them, right? So, and the same thing happens with music. The song just kind of writes itself. Or with Walt Disney, Disney told Walt what it wanted to be. And so the best brand builders have that ability to do that. And that is something that you will get out of this quest, how to have that disposition towards your masterpiece of your brand.
Go check out Unstoppable Brand on Mindvalley. When you log into Mindvalley Home, just type in brand and you'll have access to it. Now let's go on to the next really great program that we brought on. So this program is really interesting. So I'm speaking here only to women. How many of you here would love to be able to be so impeccably confident and radiant that when you walk in a room, everyone somehow senses the energy of the room change? And everyone is fascinated by you. This is the subject of this new program by Rolene Strauss, and it's called the Queen Effect. So there's a word for that. And that word is the Queen Effect. Women who have a Queen Effect, no matter what their age, no matter what their shape, when they walk into a room, you feel that. You see that with someone like Lisa Nichols. You sense that when you sit down for dinner with Marissa Peer. But what makes these women leaders have that level of presence, right? Rolene Strauss breaks it down for you. And this is what you're going to learn in the program. This is Rolene from South Africa, our newest teacher. So Rolene, not only does she teach this, she is a master coach in terms of confidence. We have put her on Mindvalley and people were in awe at how she taught women how to really show up. Rolene's also a medical doctor. She has a PhD and she also won Miss World 2015. Yes, she was crowned Miss World, not just in South Africa, but globally in 2015. This is Rolene Strauss.
Hey, Rolene here, author of the new Mindvalley quest called The Queen Effect. If you were to think about the one thing that has kept you from doing what you ultimately want to do with your life, what would that possibly be? Would you agree with me that it could be confidence? Confidence in your own worth, your identity, confidence in your skills, ability to make decisions perhaps. What I wanted to achieve with the Queen Effect was to help you in a practical, achievable way to gain the Queen Effect. The Queen Effect is when you radiate confidence, compassion, charisma, and power whenever you enter a room. Some of the outcomes that you can gain from completing the Queen Effect is regaining your self-confidence in a practical way, but also a sustainable way where you will have rivers of confidence flowing through your life every single day. You will increase the trust you have in yourself, your abilities, your ability to make decisions, to handle change, but also gain that charisma, that compassion towards others that will enable you to become the best you want to be, but also influence those around you in the best way possible. I have a very interesting personal self-confidence story that I share in the quest, and I share my story not because I think it's unique, but because I know that there are so many women out there struggling with the exact same things that I used to struggle with. I can't wait to see you in the Queen Effect, where we are going to open the floodgates of confidence, charisma, power, compassion into your life.
Oprah Winfrey, Lisa Nichols, Princess Diana, perhaps Audrey Hepburn. What do they all have in common? They radiate confidence, compassion, charisma, and power. They have the Queen Effect. Confidence is a learnable skill and not just a trait that you are born with. My name is Dr. Raylene Strauss. Despite winning Miss South Africa, Miss World, graduating as a doctor from medical school, I struggled with self-confidence for a big part of my life. The power of true confidence comes from a strong foundation of your authentic being and authentic personal beliefs.
So I hope you guys enjoyed that program. Go check it out right now. The Queen Effect is live on Mindvalley. Now, we're not stopping there. So we spoke about building a brand for a business. But what about a personal brand? So, for example, I work with Jeffrey to build a brand of Mindvalley, but I also have a personal brand as Vision because I write books, I speak on stage, I have my own social media following that's over 2 million people, and my personal brand is also important. In fact, if you're the CEO or founder of your company, your personal brand will influence your company brand. Think about the number of CEOs who messed up their personal brand and it hurt their company. You read about these in the news, but also think about CEOs like Mark Cuban, right? Whose personal brand is so strong. And therefore, every company that Mark Cuban is leading, that company suddenly gets more attention. So your personal brand is also important. Now, if you have to choose one, if you're a founder or startup founder, start with Jeffrey Perlman's program. But when you're ready to go into your personal branding, you want to listen to this program by Gerard Adams. So who is Gerard Adams? Well, when he was 25, this brilliant man created Elite Daily. Elite Daily became the #1 website in the world for millennials. Now, millennials, of course, are people who, today's millennials, the oldest would be 43, right? So millennials are not 20-somethings as you think. But he created a site that became part of the cultural zeitgeist for millennials. And he did that through his personal brand. So Gerard Adams' new program, The Science of Personal Branding, is going to take you on a journey on how to brand yourself. This is so important, folks. If you're a speaker, if you're an author, if you are an activist, if you're an advocate for something, if you're a CEO of a company, if you're on social media speaking and convincing people and sharing ideas, if you're a yoga teacher or a coach, this is so crucial for you. So if you happen to fall in any of those categories, especially if you happen to be a coach, if you happen to be a teacher, if you happen to be a social media influencer, you want to start with this program. If you're running a company, you want to start with Jeffrey's program. But then you can always overlap and you will magnify your experience with branding. So I hope you really enjoyed this program with Gerard Adams.
Personal brand is how the world sees you, and it's a representation on how you truly see yourself. It's what you stand for. So it's telling your story. Over the past 18 years, I have built my personal brand, my relationships, and my impact on community to put me in the seat I am in today. I enrolled my first client who paid me just $500 per month to build their email marketing and online presence. Fast forward to today, I've grown my brand to a multi-million-dollar business, and I'm living the life I have always dreamed of. Everything that I share in this quest is based on real life experience. This is my life. And I've also using these proven frameworks with hundreds of other clients that have now leveraged a personal brand to build a multiple 6 and 7 and even 8-figure business around their brand.
Now, this is Gerard's message for our community.
Mindvalley community, listen up, because what I'm about to share with you for sure can absolutely change your life. My name is Gerard Adams. I am the new Quest author around personal branding on Mindvalley, and I'm just so grateful that I got to share my proven frameworks to help you to achieve freedom, fulfillment, and just really grow financially, for you to learn not only the proven frameworks, but some of the new tools to help create a massive breakthrough for you, so that you can break the masks of fear of people's opinions, so that you can break the masks of the imposter syndrome and the comparison and all the ways that you've been hiding and not showing up as your true, authentic, powerful self, so that you can go out there and build your community, for you to be able to go out there and generate cash flow, doing what you love, sharing your passion, sharing your purpose with the world, sharing your story that is uniquely yours.
Uniquely yours. That was the closing word. So you can now go check that out. All of these programs are now available for you. You can dive in, pick one. And what I suggest is commit to 1 week. You don't have to go through the entire program for 3 weeks, but all our programs are structured so if you commit for 1 week and you do the first 7 lessons, you will see a transformative effect. So you can feel free to jump around the programs. You can do 7 days of Jeffrey, then 7 days of Gerard Adams. No worries, but commit for 1 week and commit 20 minutes a day, your Mindvalley time. Now, that's not all. We also have other incredible programs which are going to be dropping in the next 60 days. First, Tim Story, the millennial mentor and the coach to many Hollywood celebrities, including people like Robert Downey Jr., who played Iron Man. His new program, Magical Living, is soon going to be available for you. Tim Story is the coach for some of the top performers in the world. And Magical Living is about how to step into a type of life where it almost seems like you are lucky, where the universe has your back, where everything you touch just seems to turn into gold, where you wake up every day and you're excited and exhilarated about the gifts the universe is going to unlock for you. This program is not just about a mindset. It's about creating magic in your life. And so if you're interested in being that type of people where people whisper behind your back, I don't know what she does, but life just seems to be so good to her, then you want to take this program by Tim Story. Now, that's not all. Our next speaker, our next program creator is Tal Ben-Shahar. Tal Ben-Shahar is a former lecturer at Harvard University. And at Harvard, he was the #1 Harvard professor. So yes, we are so honored that Harvard's #1 professor is now on Mindvalley. Tal Ben-Shahar comes to us from Israel, and his program is on the happiness. So his class at Harvard was so popular because he showed you how to understand the stuff that's going on in your mind through a concept called SPIRE, SPIRE. And when you understand the SPIRE framework, happiness, bliss, motivation, being exhilarated about life, all become part of your DNA. So if you're the type of person who maybe might be prone to emotional ups and downs, if you want to step into a life where you're inspired every day, where happiness is your default frequency, then you want to learn from Tal Ben-Shahar. And remember, you'll be learning from Harvard's #1 professor. How about that? And so the 5 elements of happiness, this is the SPIRE model, is soon going to be available for you on Mindvalley. Now, while we have a lot of programs coming out, I also now want to invite our Chief Product Officer, Manan Dave, to give you updates from the tech side of Mindvalley. Manan, are you here?
Yes, Vishen is about to join right now as a panelist.
Okay, so first, let me give you a quick update on Manan. Manan is a brilliant product visionary. So Manan, hi, it's nice to see you. So Manan is joining us from London. Manan is not just a product visionary. He is one of the most creative people I know. For example, the iPhone 14 ad where Idris Elba sings the song Biggest, Manan composed that song. When NASA recently celebrated the moon landing, they played music composed by Manan. Manan was on Time Magazine's list of top 100 inventions of 2022. He was responsible for 2 of Time Magazine's inventions. One of them was the Rolly music player, which any of you who are a DJ or a musician would know what that is. Manan is now leading product development in Mindvalley, and I want to invite him to give you some updates on some of the new innovations that have come to you on the Mindvalley app. Take it away, Manan.
Thanks so much, Vishen, and thank you, Eni, for hosting this. But most importantly, thank you all for welcoming me into Mindvalley, not just on the team, but also in the community. I've met many, I think, of the people. I'm recognizing the names here from Paris and Dubai. It's a pleasure to be on board. So I wanted to just quickly run through some of the key things you may have already noticed in the app and some of the things that are coming as well. So we have 3 kind of major new features, if you like, to announce. The first of which, if I could just grab the next slide, is... One second. Favoriting your content. So this was actually, when I joined Mindvalley and I was playing around with the app myself, this was one of the most requested features that we had on the backlog, and I'm pleased to say it's now live. Was one of the first features that kind of went live under my tenure in the last couple of months. And if you haven't seen it already, you will be seeing it rolled out to you very soon. But you can actually now create a short list of your favorite pieces of content across the Mindvalley platform. So this is something I know you all want, something that, you know, we probably should have had a while ago. But the great thing about it, and the reason why it's taken a little while to get rolled out, is because we really want this to become, you know, one of the core features everybody uses on the platform, not just to kind of favorite your own content as you can today, but further down the road, you can imagine will allow you to favorite things like authors and individual lessons and so on. So much more to come on favorites, but that's one of the features that's available to you now. Next slide, please. So here you can see again just the extension of that and how it will look on the app as well. And then yeah, thank you very much, Annie. So you can see here that you'll see a little heart icon on the top of any given lesson. And later, when you kind of navigate to the favorite section of the app, you'll also be able to see all of the things that you favorited between lessons, meditations, quests, etc. So something that I'm sure all of you will use, you know, extensively over the course of the next few months. Next slide, please. The next major feature that I wanted to kind of talk about is series. You know, so we now have this idea of series, which is basically a collection of videos based around a specific topic. And this is a massive, massive step for Mindvalley because it's also about learning outcomes, right? It's not just about consuming quests. And I've seen all the comments from Jeffrey's quest to the others that you guys have consumed today. And I can see that you guys love the format of quests. But we also know that it's a combination of those things that help you reach your goals overall. And whether your goal is, you know, being more confident in public speaking, or whether it's, you know, developing your personal brand, yes, you can consume a quest from beginning to end. But the great thing is we have nuggets and pieces of content scattered all across our library of content that could really be useful to helping you achieve that goal and getting right to the, you know, to the purpose that you have when pursuing such a goal. So series is now the tab to tap on for you guys to start exploring how these things come together in a nice playlist format, if you like. So there's one more feature, which some of you may already be familiar with, others maybe who are sort of English language speakers first, maybe haven't quite come across, but there's a short video that will play just to kind of give a bit of context around this and a bit of fun from Vishen as well as to how this idea came along. And then we'll kind of get into the feature.
I've been feeling really miserable and sad lately because I've come to realize that I speak only one language, American, unlike many other Mindvalley authors.
I grew up speaking Hindi.
Je parle français.
E agora para rússia. Eu falo português e eu hablo espanhol. Hablo espanhol, parlo un po' italiano, falo un poco di português i oczywiście mówię też po polsku.
Je hablo en espagnol, yo parlo en italiano, et je parle un petit peu de français.
What was that again?
I speak New Zealandish, Kiwi. I also speak dog.
And I speak the London chitter chatter brethren. Sweating cobs here, mate. I need to get a bottle of water.
And this hurts because I can't get Mindvalley content out to everyone in the world who doesn't speak American. So my engineers decided to do something about this. We're proud to introduce you to Mindvalley's MultiLanguage Feature. On your Mindvalley app or desktop, just choose the language you want to experience our programs in, and our programs are automatically translated and dubbed in 7 different languages.
Bienvenido al método Silva de Ultracontrol Mental.
Willkommen zu deiner Quest über Astralreisen.
Bienvenue dans la quest Super Cerveau.
Now you can share your Mindvalley password with your mother-in-law who only speaks Spanish.
Now see that feature is available for you to navigate, you know, any of the quests in the language, your native language, or indeed the language you're learning. Hey, look, I'm interested in hearing Vishen teach some of those quests in Spanish That's something that we've got going on in the household right now. So maybe I'll go and consume it in Spanish and see if I can pick up a few phrases. So those are the three major updates that I wanted to kind of talk about this time around. Obviously, there's a lot of work cooking in the background, and that's kind of where I wanted to take the conversation next. If I could get the next slide.
Okay, and I just want to say we're super excited about this. So we tasked Manon, and so we know our app is good, but our app is not perfect. There are lots of things we've always dreamed about adding to the app, right? That you guys have been asking for. And it takes money to build that. It takes time. Mindvalley employs 80 engineers, but we still have to hire 40 more engineers to build our future tech. And so we tasked Manon and team to come up with that future vision. And now you're going to get a glimpse of what Mindvalley will look like 1 year from now. Manon, go ahead.
Thank you so much. So I'd like to introduce to you guys a concept. And so please bear in mind that this is a concept and this is not necessarily the final design or even a name. We definitely intend to bake all of this stuff into the Mindvalley app. But as a concept, we spun off a little project called Journey by Mindvalley. And Journey is really essentially, in a nutshell, what it's all about, right? All of us are on this journey towards not just self-discovery, but eventually self-improvement. And then beyond that, we dabble in the same kind of cycle in other areas of our lives to create that sense of balance. And so coming into the organization and coming into Mindvalley as a customer first, I really wanted to sort of feel that from the get-go, when I step into Mindvalley. And I get that from talks and events and moments of interaction that I have with folks like Vishen and members on the team. But in the app, we know that there was a way to go to help really encapsulate that idea. So what we've done is completely from the ground up reinvented the way that people would navigate the Mindvalley app. And behind closed doors, and normally you wouldn't get to see something like this, guys, but it's just the fact that we ended up winning this pretty prestigious Muse Design Award, which I'll talk about in a second. We're now kind of almost our hand has been forced to reveal some of the things that we're cooking. So it's been a bit of a gold mine for me walking into the company, knowing that Vishen and the team have been working 8 to 10 years with big data and all of the kind of nuts and bolts of what makes a great AI system. So the first thing first, of course, you've been hearing the buzz across the industry at the moment. We will deeply leverage AI to help really do what we do best, which is help you guys identify, track and reach your goals, right? And the track part is super important. We know that you're consuming quests and you guys give us a lot of feedback on that. But as a step towards a slightly more curated experience with series, what you can now see on this screen here is that we're going to make sure that every single day we have the 4 or 5 nuggets or pieces of content or meditations or sleep exercises or pre-sleep exercises that you can do to help you achieve your goals iteratively, day by day. How am I moving towards achieving those goals? Also, we know that it's not just about consumption. You want to connect with people, and thanks to Eni and thanks to Vishen, getting the exposure and meeting many of you folks in person, I'm realizing that Mindvalley really works when we bring people together. And that's not just in the big clusters, but also smaller groups and creating almost pods of people who are on a similar journey or a complementary journey together. On top of that, we have coaching, and that's something that we want to make sure you can access all from within the app. And here you kind of see that it's not just about this broad stroke, multi-category, growth path. You can really go deep in any particular area. So in this case, we're showing you an example of sleep. You can really get into the granular data of how you're sleeping, how you'd like to improve, how you match up against other people who are on similar goals. And you can even create entire groups or even meetups based on a specific topic like this. This is all coming to the Mindvalley app in the next 12 months. And this is something that we've already, as you can tell, deeply thought about in terms of how we integrate it with the content that we have today and the content that's coming tomorrow. Next slide, please. So here again, any one of those categories you can go really, really deep in. It's not just about navigating the content in the category, but it's really about deeply understanding what can this content help me achieve? Am I trying to tackle aging? Am I trying to tackle overall fitness? What about nutrition? And we can really help you deep dive into that data, which previously you might be doing across 3 or 4 different applications, depending on your goals. And lastly, I just want to add that on the next slide, you can see that we aim for this to be extremely integrated in all of your favorite products that you're using today. We recognize that, personal growth is a multi-platform exercise. It's not just about a single app. It's about your Apple Watch or your Fitbit, or even some of the other meditation or sleep apps you may be using to complement and supplement your usage of Mindvalley. And we want to make sure that it's an ecosystem play. It's not just, we're not ignoring the fact that you guys have all of these other tools at your disposal. But we do want Mindvalley to be the hub of all of that, of course. And then the last slide, if I could just pull that up, we're honestly truly honored to win this Muse Design Award. Other winners, if you guys look it up, this year, for example, there's been Adidas, Johnny Walker, Mercedes. So we're really an amazing company. I have won 3 of these awards previously in my career. They have 3 tiers: platinum, gold, and silver. And I've never won a platinum award. So it's really an honor for me to do that within the first few months here at Mindvalley. And again, it's just a testament to the team, knowing and understanding and listening to your feedback, that we're able to move into this direction and swiftly kind of tackle some of the things that you guys have on your minds.
So thank you, man. It was really
right.
exciting to see. And I'm reading people's comments and I'm hearing someone say, this is so beautiful. I'm so excited about the future. Loving the look of the app in 12 months. I'm breathless with excitement. Woohoo, standing up, standing ovation. So thank you guys. We share your excitement. We can't wait to get this out to you. Mindvalley is all about innovating and making sure that we're getting you the best product, the best programs. And so we do our best every single year to get better and better and better. Now, the next area of Mindvalley that we're really excited about is events and community. And so I'm going to invite our brilliant community director, Eni Salfo, who hails from Italy, to take you on a journey of what's happening in the Mindvalley community. You see, what we have found is if people came to the app and up-leveled themselves and went on this journey of personal growth, they long to connect with other people with the same mindset. So it became extremely apparent to us that community and bringing people together in the physical world had to be a key part of Mindvalley. And this is Eni's update.
Thank you, Vishen. And actually, I'd like to start the update by sharing with you guys where this vision came from. So all the evolution that you're going to see in community has been inspired by what we've learned in Mindvalley University and all of our events. So before I start giving you updates on meetups and other exciting events, I want to share with you some of the stories from our students who have participated to Mindvalley University as they have inspired the vision that I will share.
My name's Hector. I'm 20 years old from Spain. I am a WOW coach, and I have discovered that my passion is to help people transform their health and their relationship with food. It was around 2018 when I was 17 years old. I was going through the last high school years with the confusion, the what do I want to do with my life, I was making I need to go to university, of course. That was the rule in my family. Everybody around me was going through that decision. And what I specifically didn't like about that decision is the question that I was asking myself was, what do I like? What do I dislike the least? What out of these? What do I dislike the least? And so, around that time, I was trying to discover things, and I stumbled upon Mindvalley, and I stumbled upon Vishen's work, and that's where he introduced the idea of rules. And of course, the first rule that he spoke about is the idea of university. Is it really necessary to go to university? And that got me thinking, maybe there's another way that I haven't seen before. And he opened my eyes to a new style of education. And that's when I started to see rules all over the place. And I would start challenging everybody. That you're saying is a rule, that's a rule, that's a rule. And eventually led me to find other alternatives to university, where I could take control of my education and learn by doing. That was the most important one for me. And I ended up moving to London from Spain, and I went to a 2-month boot camp to become a data analyst, to eventually get a job in the corporate world in London. And I was earning all this money that I never even thought was possible, that anybody could pay me at 18 years old for something that I learned. And I ended up, in my team, I worked with the founder of the company, and I was able to model them and learn from them and ask questions. And they really gave me the freedom to explore there and to learn and to try things and to fail. And it was the perfect start to my career. Instead of going to university where you get to see nothing of the real world, I got to see the actual real world and how it worked, and that helped me make better decisions later. And then eventually, during the pandemic, I think in the pandemic we all went through this time of reflection and what I want to do in my life, is this really what I want to do? I decided to become a Wild Fit health coach, and to now, after working into 9 to 5 as an employee, I wanted to see what it was like to build a business and all the skills that it took. And that's led me to coach people, and eventually it's actually led me here to learn and grow more.
I love how much you guys want to share about your transformations. So, Vishen, I think we will skip the next testimonials just for the sake of time. That's such a beautiful example of someone that decided to really take all of the learnings from Mindvalley and create their own university. And when we started Mindvalley University back in 2017, Vishen and Jeffrey Perlman, who you heard about earlier, had this vision. And the vision was, what if we could recreate the university experience, and we could make sure that all of those connections that happen in the campus, that are really like sometimes, and most times actually, the connections are truly the one thing that we bring home after we go to university, because all of the lectures we forget about, and what stays is the network. So the vision was, what if we can recreate that all around the world? So I've been working with Mindvalley community. It's been 6 or 7 years now. And I can tell you guys, the one thing that I've heard you asking all the time is, how do I meet other Mindvalley students in my town around me? Because I want to connect with like-minded people. And that's when we've launched the Meetup project that is happening worldwide. So next slide, please. I want to show you guys, this is the platform where you can find all of the meetups that are happening everywhere. Currently in 45 regions all around the world. We've tried our best to cover all of the major cities, and you can see, you can search for region. The website is meetup.mindvalley.com. So it's here on the slide for you guys to have the reference, and you can find all the closest meetups around you. Yes, Massachusetts community has been growing, and that has been the case for so many. So I want to share with you guys some of the pictures from all around the world. So next slide, we see our meetup. This was actually happening in London, the one that you see here. And if I can go to the next slide, please. We've had so many different formats. We've experimented with Mindvalley dinners, Mindvalley cafes, Mindvalley workshops, even Mindvalley trips. I was in actually one of them in Italy, embodiment sessions. So there's so much you can find that can really fit your type of experience or event that you're looking for. And next, just quickly gonna show you guys one after the other. We have this meetup that happened in Berlin. The next one is in Jakarta. So you see the global experience. And next we have in London. This just happened in Dubai. It was one of the biggest community gatherings that we've had. We'll talk about the Dubai experience really soon. But actually, guys, 500 community members met in Dubai in the span of 10 days. This was during the yacht dinner experience. So fancy things as well. And next, this was in Bangalore. So we're going from big one to smaller communities. And next one, we see meetups happening in New York. Beautiful meetup that our great host, Carrie Fisher, actually hosted in her own house. How beautiful is that? We have also Sydney, and see all the other cities that have been part of this. Milan, this is a beautiful meetup that I was part of. Hamburg in Germany. So you can see from big towns in Singapore to smaller places. In Tallinn, the community has been buzzing for so long. And I think we have a few more. We have some Latin American countries coming soon. We have Madrid, we have Paris, we have Vietnam. We have even some smaller Caribbean islands like Trinidad and Tobago. You literally can find your community everywhere. This is in Peru. And yes, in the UK, we've had so many. I'm keeping an eye on the comment. Colombia. So you guys can really see, you can find your Mindvalley community everywhere. So to find your meetups, because I'm seeing the chat here, again, the link is meetup.mindvalley.com. This is where you can find all of the meetups. Thank you, Anastasia, for sending it through. And this is a glimpse, guys. This is just a glimpse of some of the meetups that have been happening. I couldn't possibly list all of the regions. But by the way, for those of you who asked about the UK, London is one of the most active chapters that we have. So definitely great opportunities for you to find, finally, your Mindvalley community wherever you are in the world. So go and check out Meetup www.mindvalley.com. That's the easiest way to find the closest event next to you. And I believe, Vishen, for the glimpse on Dubai, I will have you back here live with me to share about the experience that we've had just now.
So in addition to meetups, we are also now launching large-scale events where thousands of members can come together. We just had our biggest ever Mindvalley Live experience in Dubai. We brought in incredible speakers like Lisa Nichols, Marissa Pierre, Jim Quick, Shefali Sabari, plus more. And we want to give you a glimpse of some of the things that happened in Dubai. Over 2,000 people attended our Mindvalley Live in Dubai. And many people said it was the best conference they had ever attended in the city. The speakers were extraordinary. And one of the things that was incredible about this is it felt almost like a conference combined with a rock concert. There were musicians, there were dancers. We had some of the best DJs in town. The VIP ticket holders had their own private party. On Saturday, it was a truly amazing event.
Your visions for the world are not coming from random things that you see on the media. Your vision is coming from what inspiration guides you to do.
You really have to be able to dialogue with your mind in a very specific way.
All behavior is belief-driven. What you believe is possible, what you believe you're capable of, what you believe you deserve.
You are your best investment, yes or no?
There are more than 2,000 people here. I want you to know this is one of the most privileged moments of my life.
Your children will be the singular human who will provoke you and awaken you.
This world doesn't need your perfection. It needs the real you.
And because you're here, it says something about your spirit. It says something about your soul. Right? Yes, yes?
Now, we're not stopping here. There's going to be upcoming Mindvalley events happening that you can join in as well. So in 1 month, we're going to be in Cartagena, Colombia for A-Fest. This is our first A-Fest ever in Latin America. And you guys, if you get a chance to join A-Fest, it's something that I think you're really going to love. A-Fest is a more limited event. We have space for only 300 people. 50% of the tickets were already sold out in the first 10 days. So we only have a few tickets left, but you can go to afest.com to sign up. That's A-Fest, okay? May 4th to 7th. And that's a link if any of you want to put in an application to attend A-Fest in Colombia. Now, the next event there is no application. Anyone is available to join. It's Mindvalley University, and it's going to be happening in Tallinn, Estonia this July. And the beautiful thing about Mindvalley University is it is one of the world's first conferences that is so unique because your children participate with you. It is 3 weeks long. Our entire community comes together. So you literally move to Tallinn and stay in an Airbnb for 3 weeks. People work there. It's just a form of remote work, but they bring their kids along, and we rent the biggest conference center in the city, and there are classes organized not just for adults, but for children as well. All the major Mindvalley teachers come along, Marissa Pierre, Paul McKenna, but they don't just teach you, they teach your kids. And what you're going to see next is a video of Mindvalley University, so you get a glimpse of what this is like. If you get to attend, and it's not just for parents, but if you bring kids, it's amazing. But if you get to attend, it's one of those things that change your life. For 3 weeks, our community comes together, and using an app, we co-create hundreds of events all across the city in 3 weeks. Tallinn is a small walking town, 400,000 people. You can walk everywhere. So it's like being on a university campus. Rather than just go and take a regular holiday in, say, Paris or Italy and, be by yourself, here you're taking a holiday with 1,500 incredible people. and your children get to meet friends. You get to meet friends. Check out this after movie.
Mindvalley is a university for the mind and the soul and the spirit.
There are 70 different nationalities here, and one of the things we do at Mindvalley is we really try to celebrate so many different cultures.
Look at how I'm living. Just look at how I'm living. I'm taking what I'm giving. Just look at how I'm living. Just look at how I'm living. Just look at how I'm living. Taking what I'm giving. Just look at how I'm living.
Mindvalley University is a place where people decide to get better. They really are educating people to live lives that are different, better, and more magical.
Something extra and extraordinary happens when we're together in a room. It's like the energy just gets elevated. We inspire each other. We nurture each other. We heal each other. It's just beautiful.
You never stop learning, and that it's important to keep growing, to keep available to new ideas, not get trapped in your head or in the concepts of the past, because the world's changing too quickly. Because we don't learn anything deeply unless we're having a fun experience.
So that was a taste of Mindvalley University. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Go check it out, mindvalley.com/u. It's for 3 weeks in Tallinn, Estonia. But remember, you can attend for a few days, for a week. And if you want to bring your kids, please enroll in the children's class as fast as you can, because spots on the children's program sell out like 60 days in advance. But if your children get in, it is amazing. Mindvalley University was something I created for my kids. It was never meant to be like part of the Mindvalley ecosystem. It's just that it was a way for me to make sure that my children were learning the things that they really needed to learn that school wasn't covering. And so my children go there and they learn marketing, and they learn the power of hypnotherapy, and they learn the 6-phase meditation. They learn how to create a life book from John Butcher. They learn how to tap into their intuition with Sonia Choquette. You can't get that in school. And so if you have kids and you want to expose your kids to something truly incredible, this is it. And the children love it. They cry on the final day. The saddest part about Mindvalley University, the kids all so sad on the final day when they have to go home. But come to Tallinn, Estonia. I live here. It's a beautiful place. Amy spends half her time here as well. It's an incredible city, amazing food, amazing restaurants. It's like Prague, but significantly cheaper. So check it out, mindvalley.com/u. Click that QR code and you can check it out and you can buy your tickets. Tickets are still available. Now, the next thing is there are a couple of new products which have come to Mindvalley. So we want to share this with you. First, we are proud to announce that this week, we officially launched the Mindvalley Show on YouTube. So the Mindvalley Show is a show where there are so many teachers that I meet that I want to shine a spotlight on from all across the world. But we don't get to bring everyone onto the Mindvalley program. So the Mindvalley Show is going to be replacing the Mindvalley podcast. Rather than just an audio podcast, it's now a full-on studio show, but our studio travels the world. We filmed in Dubai, we filmed in Miami, we filmed in London. And so we bring you a huge diversity of people. Check out the trailer.
Welcome to the Mindvalley Show. We know traditional education doesn't teach us everything we need to learn to build the most incredible lives for ourselves. This is Vishen, the founder of Mindvalley. I'm going to be bringing you incredible minds, incredible ideas in mind, body, spirit.
It is much more powerful to be someone who knows how to make other people great than it is to be someone who just tries to be great themselves.
And also entrepreneurship, career growth, and relationships to up-level every aspect of your life.
You think a thought, your body makes it real. Your job is to think better thoughts.
What this looks at is when you don't do something, what gets you to do it.
I'm actually inspired by what you did. My goal in life is not to be famous. My goal in life is to be impactful.
This is why we produce this show, to bring you the most brilliant minds on the planet, to help you step into your greatness.
Check out the Mindvalley Show. I think you guys are really going to like it. Rather than just consume mindless content on YouTube, every episode is designed to create a shift in you, to change something about how you see the world. Go check it out on YouTube or on Spotify. It just launched this week. Now, next, we officially launched Mindvalley Certified Business Coach. So this is a 4-month immersion for people who want to learn how to grow their business, but also at the end of this 4-month learning, want to be certified as an official business coach. That means you can work with entrepreneurs to help them grow their business. So Mindvalley Certified Business Coach teaches you a series of toolkits, templates, practices that make you a formidable entrepreneur, CEO, or executive. The people who take it are people who typically have anywhere from 5 to 30 years experience in business, but rather than just randomly try to solve things themselves, they learn from mistakes that we've made, mistakes that other established companies have made. They learn templates, toolkits, new ways of thinking about leadership, culture, marketing. The program kicks off on April 3rd. And what you're going to find is that it is a powerful immersion for those of you who want to take your business to the next level. But the beauty about it is you don't just take your business to the next level. As the name suggests, it's certified business coach. You earn a certificate at the end that allows you to act as a consultant or be hired by other businesses to help them with process, with culture, with leadership, with management. It's about 3.5 hours a week for 16 weeks. And one of the things we're really proud of is that comparable programs go for between $12,000 to $20,000. Ours, because of Mindvalley's Economies of Scale, is $6,000. And if you enroll this week, it's $5,000. So you can learn about that. Mindvalley, I'll give you the link soon. So if you enroll this week, you get $1,000 off. You can go check it out. This is the website. So if this resonates with you in any way, go check it out. All the information is there. I strongly recommend this for those of you who might be a founder or a startup entrepreneur and you kind of feel like you're stagnating, that you aren't growing fast enough. Or for those of you who are a coach and you want to take your coaching to the next level, rather than just life coaching, you can now do business coaching where the earnings are almost 3 times as much. Or maybe you want to be an entrepreneur. This is amazing because you learn how to think like a entrepreneur who is process oriented, who is structured, not just randomly gambling on things. So if you're in any of these 3 categories, this program is ideal for you. Now, the next thing that I wanted to share with you is this new thing that we're adding called Mindvalley Challenges. So how many of you here love a challenge? And how many of you here love learning in a group? So yes, there's so many programs on Mindvalley, and you can take these programs on your own. But what we find is that sometimes that many programs can be overwhelming. So every month, we now choose one author, one program, and we go deep into that program with thousands of people committing to do it together. We call this the Mindvalley Challenge. In March, we're going to be announcing our new challenge on focus with Nuriel. This challenge is really interesting. When you finish this challenge, you will be able to be so much more productive. You will save 5 hours a week, right? It's called the Focus and Productivity Challenge with Nuriel. Save an hour of your workday every day you work, which means 5 hours a week or an hour a day by the end of this challenge, because you're going to learn new ways to optimize focus so you get so much done in less time. In April, we're launching a 30-day challenge with Dave Asprey, and this is really important. Dave Asprey is the guy who invented the field of biohacking. If you look up the word biohacking in the dictionary, his name is next to it. Dave Asprey is our newest author on Mindvalley, and the Smarter Not Harder Challenge is all on biohacking yourself so you have so much more vitality, brain power, cognition, youthfulness, and you slow down aging. In May, we're bringing in Dr. Caroline Leaf from South Africa, and this is a mental health challenge. You're going to learn how to conquer your mind, conquer negativity, how to ensure that you never fall into the spiral of depression, because you've mastered the art of you've gained emotional mastery. And in June, our challenge is Life Book. Over 6 weeks, you're going to complete a 100-page life book for yourself. Now, these challenges are unique. You're not just watching videos. You're in a class. We use Telegram, and every single day, you get a digital facilitator shooting you a message to check in with you. Now, it's not one-on-one because we have thousands of people, but what we find is that by being on that Telegram group and turning on notifications and that simple single motivational notification every day, completion rates go up by 40% because all of us, including me, have difficulty completing stuff, completing the books we read, completing the courses we buy. Here we take care of that for you with this notification. But the other thing we do is also really cool. Every week, the prestigious author behind this challenge, whether it's Dave Asprey or John and Missy, Caroline Leaf or Nuriel, they come on live with you to answer the audience questions and to teach additional ideas. So you get a live call every Saturday. There is no additional charge for challenges. It is part of your Mindvalley membership. So now if you're trying to decide what you want to do every month, don't worry. We've identified one challenge every month. And if you do this challenge, you're going to grow and grow and grow. And it's completely included in your membership. There is nothing extra you have to pay. So I'm really excited to present this to you. Now, when you sign up for a challenge, you'll get all the information on the Telegram group and everything. And of course, the Telegram group is not optional. Is optional. You can choose, if you don't want the notifications, you can switch it off. But what we invite you to do is to commit to starting and ending the challenge and going deep with our authors and attending the live call. This month, our challenge is on focus and productivity with Nuriel. Now, this guy is amazing. He helps people become more productive. The purpose of this challenge is to get you so focused, so relentlessly dedicated to what you're seeking to do, so indistractable that you gain 1 hour every day. You will be shocked by how many minutes, which turn into hours, that we lose from distractibility. This challenge will give you mastery over your brain and your mind and your calendar. You are likely to also overcome negative emotions like the feeling of overwhelm because you understand how to structure your workday. How would you like an extra 5 hours a week? That is the commitment we are seeking to deliver in this challenge. So that's it, all of you. Thank you so much. We are ending directly on time. Love you guys. Thank you for being our customers. And if you love this presentation, I'd love to invite you to type in the chat the one thing that you're most excited about. So type it out in the chat, the one thing that we shared that you're most excited about. So I hear people saying university, challenges, Queen Effect, challenges, Meetup. A lot of people are saying challenges. That's really exciting. And university, that's awesome as well. The Mindvalley Show, journey, branding, Meetups, the platform, journey, Thank you, guys. This is really fun to see. Now, we'll make this video available on YouTube, so those members who couldn't show up here will get a chance to watch it and learn about all the new innovations in Mindvalley. And did you guys like this update? Shall we do it every 3 months? What do you think? Okay, so people are saying yes. Great.
I'm going to jump in.
Do this every quarter. So thank you, Annie. Thank you, Manon. Thank you, Jeff, Rolene, and everyone else who presented. Annie, do you have any closing words?
I wanted to just share one of the most common questions, which was how do people join challenges? Because a lot of our students have asked how they can join the challenges.
Got it. So how you'll join the challenges, when the challenge is starting, you will get an email. You will see it on Mindvalley Daily, but we'll also send it to your membership email, whatever email you're part of membership on. You will also see a banner in Mindvalley Home announcing the challenge. So you'll hear about it on email. You will see it in your app. You will see it on Mindvalley Home. You can't miss it.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Vishen.
Thank you, guys. Take care, everyone. Bye.